Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. I find it impossible. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. Oh yeah, badass music. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to, nobody, how Phoenix, you're clever, to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Nervous face. I love how his face is just in place, but his body just goes back and forth. It's so stupid. Oh, I love Ace Attorney. Oh, that. Oh, what a lovely voice. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. He didn't forget the time. He said the time quite clearly. If he can't say why he said that, he's gonna, then his testimony can't be held, he can't be held accountable for this stuff. Well, he will be held accountable for being wrong, that is. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. I too. I agree. I agree, Adger. I'm words. Myth, what? English is my first language, guys. Mr. Sahit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. Way to make him squeal. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. That's not all you have to do, but okay. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Your character is a lie. Oh, wait, I remember now, yes. Would you care to give your testimony again? For the 14th time. That's another thing. F-bombs. F-words. I've never really asked about this before, and I kind of just say it. But if any of you viewers, if you're not a fan of it, say so. I'll try to use them rarely as it is. I do think people should try to use them rarely. I've kind of been poorly brought up because I've been in an environment with a lot of swearing, really. The population in general is getting desensitized to swearing. It's going to get to the point where... Because it's gotten to the point where the F word is just something people say because it's mature. And it's don't. And kids want to say it because it sounds mature, but once it gets used so often, it's not going to be that mature thing anymore. It's honestly an immature word at this point. But, yeah, I don't know. That's a bit of a spiel for some other action-oriented Let's Play where I can talk over doing things. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching video off a taped program. Huh, taped program. Remember back when those were things? That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape. I remember doing that back in the day. I would have to go out to karate class or something. So, and my favorite show would be on, and I'd make sure, I'd tell people, okay, make sure to tell my parents, okay, so have the tape in for this, and tape it, and then I'd watch the tapes, and it'd be fun, and I'd be like, yeah, and it has the commercials and everything, it's great. I miss commercials. TV still has commercials, but no one watches TV anymore, let's be honest. I mean, some do, but most don't. Not regular TV, anyways. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right! You know what to do. Did I? I was kind of not paying any attention. Good thing this case is easy. I got this! The time of discovery. Okay, let's review. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Notice anything suspicious? Wow, that's a short interlude. Okay, nice. I'm actually blanking because I actually have to pay attention. On the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. 3 hours off. It was probably coming from the television. Backup record. Objection. Hold it right there! I just said objection, but now I felt the need to say hold it. But anyways, the prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. Take this, Payne! You're hurting yourself. And this record proves it. Oh! You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! Well, you see. And there you have it. The defense has a point. For once in his life. Jesus. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sohit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Oh! Wait, now I remember now. Mr. Sohit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. Kind of on edge. Kind of like whining like a bear. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sohit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. I saw it. Whoops. Did I spoil the pun to his name yet? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to kill the victim. Wait, what? Huh? Who? How? Where? What's this about the what? That's a statue, dude. I don't know what high you're on. And that he just made the biggest possible mistake you can make. Because that's the kind of thing where if you just stayed quiet about it, we really can't prove it. But, you saw a clock? Is that so? The defense may cross-examine the witness. I'll try to read most of this. Gladly. I might skip over a couple lines, but, I try to read most of it. Here's the time. Ah, sped up music. Nice. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. What? That must have been what I saw? Now, find the contradiction. Wow, what short interludes. I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Ha, your name. Let's make a funny. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Ah, yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remember that table clock. A table clock? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Okay, what bananas are you on? The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said! Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Expression got all chipmunky for a second. Something's fishy here. Fishy? More like downright wrong. I believe it's the thinker, I think. Wait just a moment. Let me point at you for a few more seconds. Now, slam the desk. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. This statute. How is this supposed to be a clock? Oh yeah. Disco party time. What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are? I'm Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, bitch. Just answer the question, Mr. Sohit. Oh, hey, I saw it. It's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. You may not, Payne. You're a bit, yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. Say what now? The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. Huh. What a waste of the epic music. As doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies. Oh, you failure, Payne. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? I'm sorry, the music was distracting me. Yeah, I do, actually. Let me just check it to be sure. And by that I mean to show the viewers my thought process. Huh. I believe Payne said he tilted the weapon. No, I believe Payne said to make it sound the time, you like, it doesn't show the time, but there's like a switch and it says the time. But Sawhit said he didn't hear the time, he saw it. So I have a problem with his testimony. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. A gaping plot hole. A gaping glory hole. Ugh. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. Knew the victim. I think he went into the apartment. I know he went into the apartment. We saw the introduction. Of course he killed the chick. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Come at me, bro. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Take that, good sir. Order in the court. Orders in the court, more like. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. As if you might recall if you watched the intro. Oh, yes, quite. Mr. Sawhit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you when he was in the apartment. Remember from the intro? Did everyone else see that? Oh crap, I forgot about the intro. Well, you shouldn't have. Remember that that eerie picture? I bet when all of you saw it the first time it was pretty eerie, wasn't it? Oh yes, I was quite freaked out. Ah, yeah, kinda. And it didn't even look like a statue, didn't it? It looked like some kind of bone thing, right? Ah, yeah, I saw that too. Well, guess what? It was him holding the weapon. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. It was burned into your mind, burned into your very soul. That's why you were so certain about the time. And again, an Oscar-winning voice. I do love the voice, but it's so funny. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Oh, I believe it is very base conjecture. I mean, wait. Baseless. Just look at the witness's face. Yes, best evidence. Look at the witness's face. I'd like to present the witness's face as evidence. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? Yes, I did. I admit it. I'm guilty. Case over. That day, I never. Look, the clock. I heard. No, I mean, I saw. That gets me every time. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. Oh my god. Perfect. Perfect. I love Ace Attorney so much. It was him. I tell you, I saw him. I mean, he killed her, and he should burn. Burn. Give him death. I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of those kind of people that's not the most sympathetic in the world, and typically I'm like, okay, you killed a model, that sucks. I mean, killing anyone sucks. A model isn't the most beefy existence in the world, in both senses of the word. But not only that, you also blame it on some guy you don't even know, and then say they should die. Like, I'm one of those kind of people that's like, you kill someone out of revenge, I'm kind of sympathetic for you, but you kill someone you don't even really know and blame it on someone you don't even really know, that's really drawing the line. I mean, anyways. some people would just say, okay, you kill anyone, doesn't matter the circumstances, it's drawing the line anyways, but, order of the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. Yeah. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Except the witness's face. Don't you remember? I just presented it. It got approved by evidence law. I played Case 5 and everything. I know how that shit works. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, did you really present his face into evidence and have it approved due to evidence law? You'd have to approve it. You're the judge. Oh, that's right. Oh, shit. I completely forgot. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The witness's face? The whole case is riding on this. Serious time. Do I have any proof that the sound the witness heard was the clock? What proof do we have? Attorney's badge, doesn't matter. Autopsy report. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma, time of death. July 31st, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. A statue in the shape of the thinker, it's rather heavy. Tells the time. Victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, day before the murder. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Do I have evidence? Yes, Your Honor. I do? What? I haven't been paying attention for a lot of this. I should probably start. The sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries. Ask the neighbors. Yes. Try sounding the clock. Saw hit. If you'll remember, the time of death was 4 to 5 p.m. He said he thought the time was 1 p.m. If he really sounded this clock, then it would have to be this clock that gave him the mistaken impression, which means we need to sound the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court.